Alright, so for those of you that don't know, a mirror match is a game where your opponent is pretty much playing the exact same deck. So the only difference between my Aggron Durant and their Aggron Durant is that they play some black and white or pre-black and white cards, some cards from the HCSS era. So that already puts me at a disadvantage in this game, but we're going to see how it works out. So he starts off with a Pont. Doesn't really seem to be able to get anything going with that lone Aggron. I start with Durant and a level ball, so I'm looking good. I automatically attach the Eviolite. I really don't need to, but in fact, once I saw that Aggron, I should have just kept it in my hand. Get the metal and going to devour for 2. Unfortunately, now my hand really doesn't look good. I don't have a supporter to be able to shuffle stuff up. It just doesn't look good. So he's making the same mistake that I'm making, is attaching Eviolite. There's no reason, we're not going to be attacking each other, so there's no reason for either of us to use Eviolite because that just burns a card in our deck. So we're both not playing very smart by doing that. However, I mean, it is instinctual. You see Eviolite, go ahead and play it. So he's automatically going to play a Super Rod very early in the game to get a Durant back. How did he discard that thing? I'm not quite sure. Maybe with Juniper. I missed that. So he plays a dual ball. Looks like he got both tails. He does another Eviolite. I think he attached a metal too, but we'll see. But that Aggron is still stuck in the main portion. So I don't know really why I burned the catcher. With no supporter. Again, that's just not very smart playing on my part. Maybe he did have one metal attached to it, but I missed it, but I don't think he did. So looks like I have no other choice but to go ahead and devour for 2, going really slow, but until he can get that Durant out and play, I still have some time. So there he pulls the switch, and excellent, he ends me. So that gives me a fresh hand, and there's a hand I can work with. I'm gonna have 4, I'm looking good. That 4th Durant, so he's able to devour 2. I'm going to play that 3rd Durant. Now here's my decision. Do I just devour for 3, or do I go for the Laron? And looks like I decided to go for the Laron, especially with that Aggron in hand, to be able to get that into play next turn. I'm going to go ahead and use my metal attachment. I have the switch in hand in case he tries to bring up my Laron, so I'm looking great. And now I can devour for 4. Although, wait a minute, I should be using Sharon. I check his deck, he has 30 cards left, I have 34, slight advantage, and why am I not Sharoning? Oh well. That's okay. I think I've stolen the advantage, so we'll see. Maybe I chose not to Sharon just so I don't draw through more of my deck, but I should still have plenty of ends. The chances of him devouring all of my ends, or all of my remaining ends, are pretty slim, but I don't know. I guess I see that I'm looking pretty good right now. So he plays a copycat, get a fresh hand. Oh, and there's the 3rd Durant in play. Bad thing with the mirror match is that, I can't knock out his Durants, so my only hope is to really catch her for something else. So he's going to Super Rod and Aggron back in. He's going to try and do what I'm doing and get an Aggron in play. The ability makes you discard 3 cards of your opponent's deck if you want to. So there we go. Discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. Yes, I will. And I'm going to go ahead and want to play that de-evolution spray right now, but I didn't do it. So again, I think this was only my 2nd game online, and so my 3rd game, I think. I think that my first video showed me playing 2 games. But really my only 3rd game playing the deck, and I should have used de-evolution spray right then, because then I could have automatically used it for Aggron next turn. As of right now, I don't think it doesn't let me re-evolve, so that's definitely a downer. And, something else I just realized. There's no reason for me to be attaching, I guess for catcher if he decided to pull up more. So there's another devour. Now I'm going to use the de-evolution spray, but unfortunately I won't be able to use it this turn. I think what I thought was, de-evolution spray worked a different way. I think as long as you had not evolved this turn, you could still evolve it again, but that's not how the card reads. So he has 13 cards left in his deck. I'm still feeling pretty good. I think that's, yeah, I've got 25, so I've really got a nice advantage now. He does get the Aggron into play. He's bringing my 25 down to 22, and he's got a Pont, which is not a good idea for him right now because he had a small hand, and that Pont made him draw more. So I think that's why I'm avoiding using my Sharon. Yeah, it might get me into stuff that's convenient, but it's not worth it. So there's the switch, or not the switch, but there's his Devour. I do have the switch in hand to go back to a Durant, so I'm still good. Now I can evolve that Aggron, discard 3 more off the top of his deck, and he is down to 3 cards. So I'm feeling great because there go his last 3 cards. So that's the end of the game. He is unable to draw a card, and I win. So yeah, kind of an interesting Durant mirror match. We both made a lot of misplays, and yeah, it's just a very weird game. But anyways, that's how the Durant or the mirror match works. Hope you enjoyed it.